There's a very thin line between taking accountability for the role that you play in your own suffering and misery and completely thinking that everything is your fault and blaming yourself for absolutely everything. I'm speaking in terms of relationship dynamics, especially when it comes to being manipulated, like I experienced. At first, when I left that situation, I kind of opened myself spiritually in a different way where I was able to forgive and let go, just knowing that this person had issues and those issues led them to behave the way that they were behaving and do the things that they do. So I couldn't take it personally, like knowing that it wasn't anything inherently wrong with me that led to how I was treated. Later on, because of that whole back and forth that I had, me constantly still looking for their validation, looking for their attention, and again, I was so conditioned. It was hard for me to fully let it go at first. It took me a year for me to be able to fully let go. But then I started blaming myself for absolutely everything. And while I know that I played a role, especially after the fact when I was still reaching out, I can't say that it was all my fault because it wasn't. There's only so much that I could control. I only had control over myself. And maybe I was naive. I was young. I was impressionable. I was very trusting. And I fell for someone who had no intention of following through on their word, or maybe they just weren't capable of showing up the way that they wanted to. Honestly, I don't know, and it doesn't matter. Point is, blaming myself didn't help me feel better. It honestly just kept me suffering longer instead of just holding compassion for myself and understanding that, hey, I didn't know any better at the time, but now that I do, I have more tools to not fall into the same traps. So there's got to be a little bit of a balance between taking accountability, but also not shitting on yourself because you've made some poor choices, because that's life. And if you don't go through these things, sometimes you don't learn. As long as you learn, I don't think there's any wrong choice you could possibly make. It's just part of life and experiencing and growing as a human being, right?